Hey everyone, Suzi Phillips here, and welcome back to the Small Account Day Trading Challenge series. I'm documenting my journey of growing a day trading account from $500 using a focused day trading strategy. Today is Monday, November 4th, 2024, and in this video you're going to get a 2-for-1 because this past Friday I was really sick. I did take a day trade, but right after that I went straight to bed. I had a crazy tummy bug. I didn't do a video that day, even though I did do a day trade. So I'm going to recap that one today along with today's day trade. All right, let's dive into today's video for trade 7 and trade 8 in this small account challenge. Starting with Friday's day trade. Now, Friday, my account balance was sitting right at $9,037.84. Now, after today's 8th day trade in this challenge, my balance has grown to $11,278.52. That's an impressive 2,155.7% increase from my initial $500 starting balance. That's right, over 22.5 times my starting balance in just 8 trades. Now, if you've been following along, you know the goal of this challenge is to demonstrate how with a solid strategy and a disciplined approach, even a small account can achieve remarkable growth in a very short period of time. So let's start with Friday's trade. I traded a stock called ASPI, a stock that my group of master traders has worked with before due to its high short interest. Now at 6:57 a.m. my time, we got a trade alert from our AI scanner based on some lackluster news, but given ASPI's high short interest, we saw a potential short squeeze opportunity here. And here's how I approached this trade. After the alert, the first thing I did was check what price action was doing. The stock had reclaimed all major EMAs, particularly the 200 EMA. That's this solid yellow line. That's often a strong setup, as reclaiming the 200 EMA can trigger a momentum push, and with price potentially pulling back to the 50 EMA before bouncing. My entry in hindsight wasn't ideal due to not feeling well at all. I had a bad tummy issue going on and my patience and judgment were off, and I entered at $7.30 at 7:06 a.m. without waiting for that pullback to the 50 EMA. My stop loss for this trade was all the way down to that 50 EMA, which was around $6.84. So that was a risky trade. So when opening bell rang, ASPI did pull back to the 50 EMA and bounced up just as I anticipated. So even with a less than ideal entry, I stayed with the trade all the way to my smart target, which was $8.45. So with $7,808 for my available capital, I was able to buy 1,069 shares. So I maximized my position. The trade took 49 minutes and it netted me a profit of $1,229.35. Now, despite my entry not being perfect, leveraging the 50 EMA as my trailing stop helped keep me safely in the trade. It all comes down to understanding price action and making the setup work, even when you're not feeling 100%. Now let's talk about today's trade. This is another stock with a high short interest and one we've traded recently, so I was already familiar with its behavior. Today it presented a strong short squeeze setup thanks to positive news. Our AI scanner alerted us to NUWE shortly after opening bell at 7:35 a.m. So here's my process when I get a scanner alert. First, I check the technicals, the float, volume, news, and all of the smart targets. And I have a special tool that I've developed that puts all of these smart targets on my chart well in advance of a move. Next, I analyze price action to identify the setup. Now, in this case, NUWE was also showing a strong 200 EMA setup, and it had high liquidity. And that's ideal for a short squeeze trade. So I entered the trade at $2.50. with an initial stop loss set at $2.32, which was the 50 EMA. And like with ASPI, I used the 50 EMA as a trailing stop to guide me to my targets. I set 2 price targets, one at $3.12, which is a previous high, and $3.35. Now, with $9,037 of leverageable capital, I bought 3,614 shares. Price pushed through both of my targets, my $3.12 and my $3.35 target. But I didn't get confirmation of support at $3.35, so I decided to exit here where price was stalling at $3.12. The trade lasted 68 minutes and yielded a profit of $2,240.68. So what are the key takeaways from today's trade and Friday's trade? Well, this trade reaffirms the importance of waiting for price action to confirm before staying in for extended targets. The 50 EMA again served as a reliable trailing stop to keep me on track. Now let's talk about the key takeaways from these trades, particularly when it comes down to identifying and trading short squeezes. Here are some tips that have been crucial in my small account challenge journey. Identifying high short interest stocks. Stocks with a high percentage of shares sold short can create explosive price movements when conditions favor a short squeeze. So look for stocks with high short interest. As part of your screener criteria, use EMAs as key indicators. EMAs like the 20, the 50, the 200 are invaluable in tracking momentum. When price reclaims a 200 EMA, it often indicates renewed strength. So watch for the 50 EMA as a potential support level for re-entry or as trailing stops. Recognize momentum indicators. Use volume spikes, reclaiming moving averages, and confirm support levels to gauge momentum. Stocks that spike in volume after reclaiming an EMA like the 200 EMA often show strong momentum. Be selective and patient with entries. It's tempting to jump in as soon as you see a setup, but patience is crucial. Wait for pullbacks to major EMAs and look for bounces to confirm support. This will help you manage your risk better. Use realistic SMART targets. My SMART target tool is ideal and will prevent you from overstaying in a trade. Identify nearby resistance points or prior highs as potential targets. Scale out if necessary, but have a plan in place to lock in profits. Monitor price action and volume carefully. Pay attention to volume, especially when you approach target levels. High volume can signal sustained momentum, but dwindling volume near resistance can indicate that price is stalling and it's time to exit. For those wondering how to day trade without hitting that PDT rule, using a cash account with T+1 settlement allows you to avoid this restriction. In a cash account, your trades settle the next business day, so you can make one trade per day, leveraging all of your capital and be able to trade again the next day. And that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you for hanging out with me today in this small account challenge recap. I hope today's trade breakdowns were helpful to you and gave you insight into trading with a smaller account. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more small account challenge updates and trading strategies. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's trades, so feel free to drop a comment below. And if you're serious about trading and want to elevate your skills, consider joining my mentoring program at momentumstocktraders.com. Together, we'll dive deep into strategies, setups, tools, and help you reach your trading goals. Happy trading, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.